Jai Shri Ram. These are sentence equivalents. Notwithstanding his dash talents. Anyway, sentence equivalence means there will be 6 options and you have to identify 2 that fit in the blank as the answer. Oh, somebody has already tick marked some answers. Let us see how good they are. Don't be carried away anyway. Notwithstanding అంటే అయినప్పటికీ కూడా, in spite of the fact that, ఇలా ఉండి కూడా, however, though, despite, in spite, nonetheless, nevertheless, albeit, albeit, albeit very rich, he does not do any charity. Although, notwithstanding, ఇలా ఉండి కూడా, notwithstanding his dash talents, after walking out onto the expansive stage, that's a big one. Expansive can also mean a person who is very friendly and very cheerful and all that. Expansive personality. Notwithstanding his dash talents, after walking out onto the expansive stage and feeling the expectant hush, silence of the arena, the young virtuoso means a great artist, one who is a very technically highly skilled. That is a high level of artistic skill anyway. So virtuosity is the noun form. Virtuoso is also a noun. Virtuoso means a great artist, one who is very good at playing that instrument. But there are other artists who are gifted. They are far superior to these virtuosos. Virtuosity means great technical skill in art. The young virtuoso felt quite incapable of performing the piece he had so mellifluously played in practice. Mellifluous means very sweetly. Oh, that means this was the thrust onto the major stage. Stage fright. Something like that has happened to this fellow. Prodigious means extraordinary. Exiguous means very scanty, very less. Meager is a synonym for that. Multifarious personality, multifaceted, multidimensional. Protean, versatile. Protean. Protean means capable of playing many parts. Versatile, multi-talented. versatile. Melodious means musical. Extraordinary. Pause now. Don't be carried away by what this person has ticked with that blue pen. Unfortunately, that fellow doesn't have a good vocabulary anyway. So please pause and work while I too work. So the answer is alpha and F for fox. Prodigious and extraordinary. That means in spite of having this prodigious talent, he could not. Next. The difficulty inherent means within. Lopale undi. Inherent. The difficulty inherent in witnessing one's thoughts lies in their dash nature. But although most thoughts are fleeting, short-lived, that is the clue. Fleeting means very short-lived, evanescent, ephemeral, fugitive, fugacious, momentary, transient, transitory, short-lived. The care necessary to observe them can be worthwhile. సో అవి ఎక్కువ కాలం ఉండవు, కానీ వాటిని మనము గమనించిస్తే చాలా మంచిది. ఏమిటి? మన థాట్స్ ఎక్కువ కాలం ఉండవు. ఓకే. Ponderous, very heavy, physically heavy. Ponderous book, that means very boring, big book and difficult to read and tiring, tedious and all that. Ephemeral means short-lived. Evanescent means short-lived. Weighty means ponderous, heavy. Arbitrary is random. Efficient, able to perform work exactly as required, following all the rules. Okay, there is a difference between efficiency and effectiveness. Effectiveness means producing the desired result. Efficient means working exactly according to the rules. People who are very efficient are suited for the job of a clerk, are good followers. Great leaders must be effective. So to be effective, you may have to break the rules. So efficiency requires that you follow the rules to the T. Anyway, please pause and work on it. I think the answer is very obvious. It has to be ephemeral and evanescent. Okay. Next. Chastised, scolding. Chastised for the dash manner by which he conducted his research. Kopitsky was repeatedly warned by his professor that if the delays continued, the funding for the study might be withdrawn. Okay, so delays. Lot of delays, and that is why he was scolded. Industrious means very, very hard working. Diligent, sedulous, sedulous, showing application ante hard work. Showing application does not mean you show your application for some job. Application ante hard work. Diligent, industrious, sedulous, breathless is breathless, dilatory, taking too much time, biased, showing partiality or having a leaning. I prefer to have a bias for action rather than sitting down and move and brooding over problems. Biased means showing discrimination against somebody. Tardy, very late and slow and not doing things on time. Tendentious means biased. Biased and tendentious. Tendentious critics. See, there are many religious critics who are biased. They criticize other religions but not their own. That's a tendentious critic. Tendentious critics are biased, showing partiality. A good critic is plays a very important role in our society or any society. I am telling you this because there is a GRE essay. There are many GRE essays on the role of critics. For example, one of the essays says it is the artist, not the critic, who gives society something of lasting value. It is the artist, not the critic, who gives society of something of lasting value. So your job will be to write 2 paragraphs. One paragraph on how good artists make a useful contribution, one paragraph on how bad artists cause harm to society, one paragraph on how good critics contribute to society. See, religious critics are there. For example, I myself am a lay religious critic. I am not professionally trained, but I have done enough reading. So, see, you may not, you as a grown up, would like to know what is there in all the religions like the Bible, the Quran and Bhagavad Gita, for example. So you won't have time to read all. I have read all of them. So if I give you a balanced, objective, impartial view, you will be benefited. So that means I'm doing a useful function. I'm fulfilling a useful need. I'm meeting your need. That is if I'm impartial. If I'm objective, disinterested, dispassionate, that means impartial. But suppose I'm biased, and I am only praising my religion while criticizing all of them needlessly, unnecessarily, then I am a dangerous critic, I am a tendentious critic. And what I am doing is not providing information, I am using propaganda. I am resorting to propaganda to influence people's minds and manipulate them. That is bad. That is a dangerous critic. So critics can be political critics, cultural critics, academic critics, movie critics, book critics, religious critics, food critics, all kinds of critics are there. So critics can do a good job if they are impartial, but they can harm society if they are tendentious, which means biased. So the answer is obvious. Please pause anyway and work on it. The answer is dilatory and tardy. Okay, both these words mean taking too much time. Dilate, expand. Arteries dilate in warm weather. Blood vessels constrict in cold weather. Dilate opposite is constrict. Tardy means never on time, always late, no punctuality. Jai Shri Ram.